Today, in the second episode, we will be meeting once again Dr. Niaz Ahmed Khan, the author of the Economic Revolution of the Century, Dr. Muhammad Ziad Qawadiri, and Dr. Ali Galaid. The best thing is to start with Dr. Niaz Khan giving us a briefing, meaning the claims that were discussed in the last episode.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. It's once again, I am repeating my claims. Number one, recession will not only be stopped, but reversed within 30 days if any country implements this system. Any country who implements this system, number two claim is, will collect at least 10 times of its annual budget within 30 days without asking any sort of taxes. Number three, massive employment created in millions depending on the population within 30 days. Number four, cost of production reduced by 50%. Cost of living will also be reduced at the same amount. Elimination of all kinds of taxes within 30 days. These are my claims, and how I will justify my claims, I will just give you a summary of this sort of system which I have proposed in my book, Economic Revolution of the Century. I have suggested to the government that you are floating bonds. Yes, you keep on floating these bonds.
Which government?
Any government who wants to implement this system, because it's a system which will be applied to any country, anywhere.
So it's a fix to all the problems in all countries?
All countries. The problems are the same. Now these bonds are floated by almost every country which wants to get the money upfront.
Okay.
So there was a lot of objection in the last meeting that these bonds will be floated, and they are being floated for the last so many 50 years, and they are getting money. Why to stop it? So my aim is this: I'm not stopping these. I'm saying to the country, you float your bonds, but give me a chance to float these bonds as well. Why? Because there are different, in America supposing, there are treasury bills, there are bonds, there are, God knows, so many instruments, but they're all interest-based instruments. So what I suggest, put this also a bond and let it float and see what happens. And it is my claim that nobody will buy those bonds which the government is selling. Everybody will buy these bonds. Even the foreign country will buy these bonds. So this is what my first claim is, that these bonds are different. Why? Those bonds are interest-based in the sense that they are being, whenever you return them, you have to return it with interest. How it will be done? The government offers for $1, we're talking about the United States economy, which is 54 trillion in debt. And there is no way to come out from this debt, and every day the debt is increasing. And there are, I can just put it in this perspective, that there is a budget of 250 trillion, 2.5 trillion, and now it has gone more than 3 trillion they have to spend on it. And it's keep on increasing. So suggestion is this: you sell these bonds, and the first 30 days your rate is 1:5. $1 will buy 5 bonds. But the condition is this: one has to pay $100,000 to the state.
Yeah, but I mean, that's for the states. But if you apply it in a country like Pakistan, the dollar will be...
No, it will be 100,000 rupees.
I see.
100,000 dirham in UAE. 100,000 pounds in Egypt.
So it goes according to the local currency.
A local currency. There is no difference in it.
Okay.
So this is how, and what will be bond will be using? The bond will be used for all government services, not private service. But this has to be very clearly thought about it. The government, whatever government selling is, that you say buy these bonds with these bonds, not with the rupee or with the dollar or with the dirham or anything. You buy these bonds, these facilities. What will be the formula? There is a bill of 100 dirham or 100 pounds or $100. You pay 200 pounds, 200 bonds.
Units, 100 units, whatever.
So this will give you at least 60% of discount. This is, government says, give me, but this rate is for the first 30 days. This is the jumbo sale. Second month will be, the rate will be 4, and then it will 3, it will remain throughout the whole year.
Why do you use jumble sale?
It is a jumble sale. It is a sale,
Okay.
you know, because every bonds have got a sale period. This is
Alright.
also a sale period, but it is in a different way. There is no fixed amount of these bonds. Every other bond is a fixed, how much they can sell. This amount is up to the demand.
All right.
The-
Yesterday,
Yeah.
I mean, do you have more to say on that matter?
Just
Yeah?
I'm saying
Okay.
this. So these bonds will be sold by people who are unemployed, who are there. All the governments have got, especially United States has a government where they have the list of those people who are getting on Social Security or who are getting unemployed. So they will have this. They will have a commission of 10%, these bonds. They will get the bond for 90 dirham or $90 or for 90 rupees. And they can sell it at any, but they have a yearly quota and a monthly quota. They can sell their yearly or monthly quota in 1 day and 2 days or in 1 month. It's up to them.
It has no expiry date.
It has no expiry date.
So it's as valuable as the currency that is
More
actually...
more valuable because dollar
It's more valuable, okay.
dollar is dollar today, but
Okay.
dirham is the bond or a coupon.
So you
is-
mean these coupons cannot be devalued at any
it's
time?
not. It's not. It will revalue, not devalue.
I see.
Because
Okay.
tomorrow there will be every day there will be 10 million draw. It
Okay.
might be dollar, it might be rupees, it might be dirham. Every day there draw. The third thing will be that there is a 10 million duty free if you give the government this. These are the three incentives government gives when they start this system.
Okay.
So now I will just come to the point that these bonds are slightly different. The last time the question was raised by Dr. our very respectable panelist, Dr. Kawadri, that these bonds and other bonds, what is the difference? Difference is this: these bonds have got unlimited value. These bonds can be used for everyone, rich and poor. These bonds have a more value because tomorrow the value will be more. These bonds will appreciate, and these bond has a big business sort of incentive. And of course there is incentive there. So these bonds are different, and these bonds are not loan. This is the main thing. The government has offered these, take these bonds and give me the dollar. The backing is dollar. In the
Okay.
other bonds, the backing is what? Either you draw dollar, but you have to pay it back. Here you don't have to pay back.
Okay. Is that...
This and one thing
Okay.
more. This is the main point which one has to understand.
All right.
What is the difference between those bonds and this bond? Those bonds are debts. This is not debt. Government has given you the money and you use it as you like it. So this is here why I stop, because I've taken a lot of your time and I want...
No problem. Both our guests here
Yes.
raised the questions
Yeah.
yesterday
Yeah.
of, I mean, actually in many words, although they didn't say it very, very specifically in such a way, these, you see, the problems of the world now are caused by these governments.
Yes.
So how can you trust these governments to have these bonds and then sell them to the people and make the richer much more rich?
Okay. It was a very valid question. They are also selling the bonds to China, to everybody. You can go and buy bonds. They are buying. Banks are buying bonds. Who is trusting not?
So you mean people can go
Ah.
to the States
And
from
buy-
China
Yes.
and use the bonds inside America, but they
America-
cannot use it in China?
China is worthless paper.
But I mean, without taxes, without paying taxes on it there.
Because these bonds are, whenever you buy government
No, but
products,
that's you do now. I mean, when you go to England, for example, and buy with pounds, and you are an expatriate, they give you, they deduct this value-added tax.
value tax is 12% or 3% or 14%, but that, well, you have to export it. You cannot use that thing. If you buy this thing, you have to export it.
I'll ask one more question,
Yes.
and then I'll leave it to the
Yes.
gentleman here to
Because
reply.
this VAT will be given back to you once you leave the airport. They have
All
a
right.
receipt. You cannot do that at
Okay.
that. Yes.
Okay. Now, you're saying these governments are the cause of the problems of the world in one way or another, because they don't have the right strategies, they don't have the right planning, and they don't have the right thinking, and you are coming with this theory, right?
Exactly. This is what.
Good. Now, when taxes came about,
Yeah.
and I think I will ask them to say something on that matter, they came to help
Yes.
the people.
Yeah.
the welfare state.
Yes.
Like, for example, in England,
Yes.
The Churchill government lost the elections for the Labour because of the welfare state that was offered or promised by the Labour government. The Conservative lost. Others we can talk about later, like in America. America legislated these taxes to help the classes, to help the people, and they're taking from the business person. They're not taking it from the poor people. They're taking it from the rich, and the business people, and they are repaying it to the poor people or to the unemployed or to the people in healthcare or in other things. I think, do you want to say something on this before the gentleman?
I'm just saying this. If there is an alternative system, tax is a forcible thing. You have to pay. If you don't pay, you go to jail. And if there is a system where there is no tax, there is no black money is gone. All money which is being hidden, it will come into the market if there is no tax. This is the biggest drawback of the tax system. People avoid tax even while going to the jail. So if the tax and the money is not collected that much, money is also peanut in comparison to this system.
Thank you, Dr. Khan. Dr. Ali Galai, can you comment on what you heard, please?
Well, thank you. I think what Dr. Khan is suggesting is a novel idea. It's a very simple notion of how governments can engage and manage their public finances without a tax burden on the people. There are two aspects of what he's suggesting. One is the issue of how the government will sell these bonds. There are a whole series of questions that I'll come to, and probably we will be able to discuss. Okay. How do you decide how much of these bonds you are going to sell?
Or to print, for that matter.
Yes. The doctor suggests that probably you will have in the first month 10% of your budget. Governments and the demand on government services are always increasing. And there is no guarantee that the budget of today will be the budget of tomorrow. So the crucial issue is, in order to avoid printing coupons and really introducing massive inflation, how do you decide the magnitude of what you are going to print and to sell? That's okay. One. Two, in terms of the main purpose or the main theory here behind or is driving this argument is not only no taxes, but it's to help the poor and to have a more egalitarian society. What is really baffling is that the doctor assumes that the poor will be in a position to buy the bonds.
Which is questionable.
Which is very, very questionable.
Yes.
The people who have the ability to buy are the well-off already. Those who already have the resources will be able to buy, will get the when it's 5 dirham or dollar per bond. They will really clean the whole whatever is there. For the poor, who normally don't even have any bank accounts, normally don't have very much in terms of cash, there may be talk of some of them saving and putting under the mattress. But the thing that has to be, and this is something that we cannot take on face value or on a purely on faith. The poor simply will not be in a position to buy. And if they cannot buy, they cannot have access to these bonds, and they will not be able to purchase, to take advantage of the incentives, the discounts and all of that, and to purchase the government-provided services.
Okay.
The third point I'd like to make is that the bonds are not only it's not a fiscal, it's not only the budget side of things.
This seems to be, as he says, a fix for all problems.
It's a fix for all, but more importantly, what concerns me here is the monetary implication of this. Yes. You have dirham here, you are supplying these bonds, you are flooding the market with these bonds, and initially you say this will be purely for selling or providing public services. But even that is a big component. But his aim is to have it for the whole economy. This will have a linkage, a very, very strong linkage to the monetary policy of the country. And Dr. Khan does not really say anything about that.
The coupon will be sold how much? It depends on your demand. The coupons are printed lying on the table, government table. Give me dollar, take coupons. There is no question, if somebody is giving you dollar, take coupons. No restriction, absolutely no restriction. You give dollar, you take coupons. This is one. So there is no restriction, and it is not mentioned how much you can print. No, printing is there, it is lying with the government. And the government says, give me dollar, take the coupons.
So it will not be floating?
No, it's not. It's something like that. It's on the table, and this is the rate for the first month. So the question of 10% doesn't arise. How much government gets in the first 24 hours? Nobody's business. Nobody knows about it. This is the first question. So the question is that it's a not limited amount. Is the amount is limited only whatever the supply is. If the demand is there, you give them dollar. They are giving you dollars, and government is giving them coupons. So this is the answer to the first question. So how much 10%, 20%, or 30% does not arise at all. Whatever the amount government gets in the first month or the first day or third day or fourth day, they will calculate, this is my budget. My budget is increasing. Every day this is increasing. Why not? So the thing is this, they have got the dollar in their hand, of government dollar. So this is the first question. Second thing is, what about inflation? Inflation does not come, what is the cause of inflation? Number one, all these government facilities, they have put a lot of taxes on that. And then interest. These are the two main things. And if the tax and interest will come later on, these are removed. Because all those facilities which the government is providing is full of taxes. If those taxes are gone, your production cost comes down. Once the production cost comes down, where is the inflation? This is deflation.
But who will pay for the services?
I'm just saying the services government is saying, take these coupons, use it.
I see.
This is a currency, my currency, take it, use it. And you get how much? 60% discount on that.
So by selling a huge amount of coupons, you are subsidizing the currency by 60% discount.
Subsidizing in the sense that I am giving the poor or a rich or anybody a chance to buy these coupons, and I will tell how the poor will get, that they will get their budget.
Yeah, this is what he raised.
Yes,
this is what I want
budget
to know.
has come down. The government is not loser. The government, what? Government collects. Say about 20% of the people in the America gets these bonds. They will get 2.5 trillion within 3-4 days. And the whole year budget is 2.5 trillion.
Assuming that it will be popular.
Why not?
Because of the benefits that it will provide.
I will go. Give me any person who is given these three conditions. He will not buy. He will be a fool.
I would buy.
No.
I would buy. Anybody would buy. What people are concerned with, and I think Dr. Kawadri will tell us that. You know, in the book, there is no strategy that says when, where, how we will do this.
It is there.
It's an idea.
Complete. No. It's complete in minutest detail. It is given.
Okay.
It is given. Okay.
All right. Okay,
it is all given in minutest detail.
Dr. Kawadri.
No. I still have one question or two questions are left. I cannot.
Okay. Then
the other thing was this: how the poor will get. Poor has got only $1 or probably 50 cents. Now this is why if these agents who have got a quota, they have got a 10% commission. Now everybody investor who is investor, he wants to get his $100,000 back. So he goes to this investor and asks this coupon agent, asks, I will buy your whole year quota, give me 5%. He will think, why not get 5% now, whole year quota I will sell, and I can become also a not rich man, but investor. So he sells his all quota, whoever gives him more, whoever commission it. So this fellow comes back home and he starts selling. I'm also selling at the same rate what the government is giving you for 100,000. Anybody, give me $1, I will give you 5 coupons. Give me $1, I will give you 5 coupons. $10, 50 coupons. So he will sell at the same rate. And whoever sells at the same rate, his coupons are gone. Next day he does the same thing. Why? It is incentive for him to get 100,000 back. This is the thing which is I am driving at. So what is now? What is come now? This has second door of floodgate of money has been opened up. First it was 10%, now 50% of the population has joined in. They have given dollar to the government, and the government is giving them.
You are very optimistic, sir. Out of 299 million Americans, 1950,
Yeah.
out of 305 million Americans, including the so-called the illegals, only under 3% have in their life ever purchased a treasury bond.
95% of Americans don't have a passport.
I am just talking
It's nothing
about
to
the
do-
bond.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
bonds,
Nothing to do
bonds,
with
The
yeah.
people, everybody should buy a bond.
Right.
May I ask you
Yeah.
how this bond looks like? No bond is issued. Tell me the content of this
Carter,
bond.
yes. This will be a debit card. Go to the bank. Bank will fill up
No,
now.
I mean about the deed. You give the guy.
No, he's not doing no deed.
You give him a
no,
deed.
No deed. No deed.
Nobody will
no,
purchase without deed,
no,
sir.
It is not a deed.
The
You-
bond, the treasury bond, is a deed.
Yeah,
It's
but-
written United States of America, pay to the holder on 31st of December 2012.
This is-
2 million.
Yeah, this is
a bond.
this is the bond the
No,
government.
he's,
me how-
he's using
yeah.
it as a Visa card.
As a Visa card, he's
Not
not going
as
to give
a-
to
not
get
as
back.
a-
He's not government
That's
is
why
not
this.
taking
But
it
that's
back.
why his bond is different to the other
Other
bonds.
bonds, he's not going to give back.
I mean,
Government
those
is
bonds with those government guarantee,
yes, it is government guarantees. Government.
not less than 3% of the American have ever purchased them. He want the whole population
My-
to buy bonds.
You
No,
understand?
And
the
yet
logic-
instead of
the
You
logic-
understand?
the-
signed by
the logic- the
signed
logic he's trying-
Logic
same
is-
signature.
Okay, no.
The Treasury, Secretary of Treasury.
Okay, the logic that he's actually explaining is the fact that you can generate a lot of money.
Money.
But
Right.
nobody will give you his greenback
No, that's-
for such
Okay.
a promise.
Okay. No.
He is not talking about how to do it legislatively
Definitely.
and how to,
No,
no,
you
no,
have to,
no,
you have to
we
see
have
how
to sell those
how
people.
the
I will
legislation
explain.
works for it or
We
doesn't
have-
work for
we
it.
have
Okay.
to sell it.
No, I will explain. You are an American citizen. Government says, buy these bonds, go to the bank. The bank will offer you, when you wanted 100,000 dirhams bonds, in which denomination you want it. They will give you the denomination, and they'll give you the bonds. It will be written on that bond. If you return it, this bond, government gives you back the money. But at the
There is
rate of...
no bond like that, sir.
Well,
A bond,
My
is,
dear, bond-
is a promise
It is a
of
promise.
an authority to pay at a definite
the-
term, time.
This
That's-
is not
that's-
that bond.
That's
This is
the
not that
actual.
bond.
That's the actual bond that
This
is
is not
actually
that
being.
bond.
But this is not his bond.
This is not
Okay,
that
his
bond.
bond will say, pay to the holder after 1 month
no.
from
Now
this.
these
No,
are
no. You
These,
have not
these
understood
are
at
detailed.
all.
What
This-
he's doing, he's having an exchange. The
This is
exchange
your-
for
this is
dollars,
money.
you take
You they
coupons.
take
These
this
coupons
bond
will
and
be
spend it.
will
Straight
be
away
made
spend it.
legal. Will be made legal. What he's
So
trying
it's a
to say.
currency, it's not a bond, sir.
My-
It's another currency.
Yes, you are right.
An
now.
alternative
This is
currency.
that.
He called
This
it a
is-
bond.
It's okay.
No,
This
he
is-
called it.
Don't call it
No,
bond.
he
Okay.
called it a coupon.
We said a
All
coupon.
right, call it a
do
coupon.
whatever you
So
like.
you want to exchange the currency of the United States
Yes.
in order to solve the problems of the United States.
Which is a very
Yes.
long legal matter
Yes.
anyway. So
This is what it is. Understanding is slightly different. One thinks that this is about. Another thing is this. Government also promises you, if at any time you want to give these bonds back, I will take it back. It will be a guarantee. You take it back, but at the rate of 5.5.
But if they take it back,
Yeah.
you reintroduce the dollar again, sir.
They will.
You are
Nobody
not
will.
exchanging.
No.
You are putting
he doesn't want to eliminate the dollar.
No. We are not eliminating the dollar.
He doesn't want
putting
to eliminate the
additional
dollar.
currency.
Yes, it is
He
additional.
is not.
parallel
From
currency.
what he says,
And
he does not
increasing,
want an
and
alternative.
increasing the indebtedness of the public government by in the same amount. Any bond issued by a government
This is not
Now,
that
what
bond.
he's saying,
This
what
is
he's
not
saying,
that
very
bond.
simple. Let me
Is a
simplify.
debt.
Let me simplify what he's
This is
saying.
not
taking
that
his
bond.
dollar,
He's
giving
saying,
him a
he's
paper.
saying he goes to a mall,
Yes.
and in that mall, he gives people coupons, and he tells them that if you buy it this month at the beginning, you will get so much discount. If you buy it next month, you will get less discount. And what he wants these coupons to work as an instrument or as a tool in internally, not externally. Can you come please to this?
Focus on exactly what the issue here is.
Yes.
Are we talking about a credit card? Are we talking about legal tender? Legal tender here is, as Dr. Ghadri was talking about, is whether it's the US dollar paper or a bond, there is a commitment on the part of the Treasury, the American government, that the government is committed to stand behind this for the value that's stated and for the maturation period.
Okay.
If what Dr. Khan is talking about is a credit card, is a piece of paper or a plastic piece that says, here is a coupon for 100,000 dirhams, a coupon. We have to find out, and he has to specify, what is the legal basis of this?
Okay.
How do you come up with, we know what a bond is, we know what a coupon is. What is he suggesting? What will be the legal basis for this?
Something in between.
Yeah, and if we can
Something in between.
satisfy and answer that, there is a whole host of questions then we'll be able to address.
First
But
thing-
what is he exactly
yeah, first
talking
thing, no,
about?
I will just. Now, the bonds which you are talking about is not that bond. This bond, government says, okay, take this bond. What form do you want? Credit card? It will be filled in your credit card. How much you want? It will be filled through the bank by the credit card. Government takes the responsibility of these bonds. You use it in the government services, you will get this much of discount. You have a number on those
If
bonds.
you use it for electricity,
Electricity,
water,
anything you want.
road tax.
Everything you need, you use this. It's, my dear, I will give you example of UAE. They have got this
E-banking.
E-card.
E-card, yes.
E-card. E-card is one card for 1 dirham. But here, if it is put 5 dirham, you can use it to government services. Finish. This is what it is. I'm not talking about something different. This is the same thing which will happen, and the government authorizes, when you go to the government services here, this is acceptable.
But you want the government not to levy taxes.
Yes. I will
So
just-
how in the world, after the taxes are abolished, should we pay the government?
Yeah,
The government
this-
should not.
No, okay.
Just now.
Can you explain, Dr.
Yes.
Khan?
Now, you want money, and you want full year's budget, correct? In dollars. First, you agree on with me that you want $2.5 trillion at least
Taxes.
tax. No, not
Budget,
taxes.
revenues.
Revenue generation. How many people will jump into this, in this field, when you give, when the government says take this and give me that?
We cannot raise this unless we increase the money circulation, which is at the moment 10% of the GNP. It must be 50%. So we have to start with an inflation, because if we don't print new money, we cannot raise this
Oh, my
amount.
dear-
In order to raise 2.5 billion trillion dollar, the people do not have enough money in their pockets, because the government has printed 10% of the GNP, and it's called money circulation. So in order to raise this, the government has got to print 4 times more dollar and give it to the people to enable them to purchase whatever he calls.
Okay, let's see the mechanism from Dr. Khan.
This is total money circulation is 1 trillion. I will correct you. 1 trillion is total circulation of dollars.
Even the 1 trillion.
Yes,
still
I'm just.
Okay.
Now this money, $1, if it is gained, it goes to him, then it goes to him, it goes to him, it goes to him. It circulates 50 times. This is how the circulation is. Not that $1 is there, it's lying with me. No, not this is the thing. It goes to the bank. Bank gives loans to another person. Who he uses for another person. This is why how 54 trillion government US dollar is under debt. The reason is simple. This dollar goes on being used.
The people have to keep this according to your tariff for at least 1 month
No, I mean
No.
This
in order to get it
Yes.
increased value
to
increased by 20%.
get a better value. Yes.
At least. So we are with this year.
Not only better value. I think we have to come back to the fundamentals. Day zero, the day this thing started.
And you will be getting better value for the dollar, not for the coupon.
Not for the coupon.
No, when you are getting started, right from the gate,
Yeah.
you want, and he says, the more people purchase the bonds, the better. The assumption then is that already, forget about later on the circulation, but that you start with the people's cash purchasing these bonds or coupons. So you are starting with, forget about the later on, the expansion and the secondary market and all of that. From out of the gate, you have to have enough cash. The consumers or the citizens have to have, technically as per his suggestion, the 2.5 trillion has to be already available as cash and available to the consumers who are purchasing. If it's not 2.5 billion, he's claiming that the money in circulation now is $1 trillion. Even if the money in circulation is $1 trillion, that will not cover the 2.5 he's talking about.
Absolutely.
So there is the issue, and we don't see a lot of equations here in looking at in terms of what is created and the expansion of money in circulation and all of that. But the important thing is the initial purchase, we have to have enough cash. The second important issue is that he is alluding to or referring to a secondary market for the coupons. And the secondary market is that somebody buys them and sells them.
Against dollar.
The question I'm raising is that
How much money?
You create a secondary market, and there the expansion of the money supply will come there, as he's talking about. What I'd like to know, this year is budget. Then you have next year, and then you have the year after. How do you retire the old coupons, or are they still in circulation, and how will this be managed? He's claiming that 3% will be, or 3, was it this?
5%.
No, 3. The first one you buy 5.
Yeah, 5.
5, 4, 3.
3.
And
The
then
3.
switches to 3, yes.
What happens?
5 to 4, 20%.
So what happens when that first year ends? What happens to the coupons which were already in circulation and purchased? Your second year. Do you
Not
again?
only that, maybe some people will not get to the point of buying it actually in the first
so
month.
the
what do you do?
the old coupons, whether they were sold, whether they are still in the coffers of the government, what happens to those? How does one manage? And here the whole thing can really go haywire if you don't look, and this is where you have to look at the supply of this. He's saying that all I care is if there is a demand and people want to buy. And here we are not only talking about the domestic market, we are talking about the potential for foreigners to buy. So the issue of really the money supply and the critical issue of inflation is not being addressed.
The thing is this, one should understand that this $1 which is printed, it is being circulated 100 times. From here to there, there to there. It's not the currency which is only once printed and cannot be used again. I use it, it goes to the shopkeeper gives it to another person, that person gives to another person. So it's not that you should have 2.5 trillion in your pocket, no. And it will not be in one day, whatever amount which comes goes to the bank. The bank, the government has got that account.
The bonds account, not the dollars account.
No, it goes to the dollar account, into the bank of the government. It goes to the dollar goes to the dollar account of the government in a bank. The government issues it back, gives it back for which you don't know. In the book it is written, all the big projects, the government will get 80%. 80% liquidity government will provide. Now this money which is going there, it's going back into the government. So these circulations are going around. This is why the government of United States is $54 trillion in debt. How it can be? Why a $1 trillion debt, $1 trillion, how China is buying $1 trillion now? Tell me. Where it is gone? Is there money there? No. These are circulation which goes on. So circulation, if it's there, you have to buy. If I have a money, I will give it to the government. That's the main thing.
No, with all due respect.
You mean people will not invest in dollars?
No,
They will
why
invest in
to
coupons.
invest in dollar? What
I
is
see.
invest dollar investing?
With all due respect, let's not jump to a more complicated issues here.
Yeah.
The reason the national debt of the U.S. is something cumulative, something that has been growing over a long period of time.
Centuries.
It has been because of the deficits, federal deficits, that is, because of, say, their military requirements.
Deficit spending, sir.
Deficit spending
which
is
a remedy
yes.
to a downturn in the economy. They are now making on purpose, intentionally,
A downturn in the economy, so they
in
can.
order to push the economy, they are making a deficit. It's
So-
called deficit spending.
No, the deficit financing. Let me
Let
me
Dr. Ali
come.
finish this, and then
No,
come
the
back.
issue of deficit, and we don't have to be Keynesians, and Milton Keynes saved capitalism in the 1930s by saying there is a downturn, there is a depression, all you have to do is to create demand. You can even build the pyramids, they don't have to be productive. You build infrastructure, you do whatever you have to do.
This is what actually done by
this-
Obama now. Obama is creating
this-
3.7 million jobs by anything but creating a job.
This is
Working on future projects.
Okay, let me come now.
All right,
No,
Dr.
let me come here. Let me come here. Please, just correct me.
Maybe you will get a better point if he finishes what he
No
said.
problem is this point doesn't finish here.
No,
okay.
it finishes.
It
You
finishes
have 1
then.
minute to say your
Yeah.
point.
To come to a conclusion.
Yeah, conclusion then.
No, the issue of deficit financing, whether it's a downturn or whether it's in terms of the government doesn't want to increase taxes, so they borrow and they sell bonds. And the bonds they sell, whether it's for infrastructure, whether it's for military purposes, whether it's going to the moon, wherever it is, this has been going on. And for the first time since the 1960s, when the deficit has been cut and there has been a surplus, is during the Clinton period. What I would like to suggest to Dr. Khan
In 20
is,
seconds, please.
is what I fear, and I saw what he means by the 80% and the new investments. What I fear, and he's not addressing, is the problem, this very significant problem of money supply, monetary policy, and inflation, which he's not addressing.
First of all, I don't think Dr. Khan claimed that this is a gospel or a Quranic text. It's an idea that came to him, and it can be developed by good ideas from you, from
Not
Dr.
only that,
Kawadri, from other people.
I ask one simple question.
Yes.
From where 1 trillion has come, which Obama is sending? From where? Is he printing money? What is he doing? No, just a minute. He has nothing. Either he has to print money, dollar. This is one thing. Or he has to sell bonds and get that money. Where he will get it? You tell me. You have no answer to that.
I do.
Where? From where he will get it?
I do because all economists in America now, even the monetary, Milton Friedman boys, will accept in a downturn there is a role for the government to create demand and to sell bonds and to engage in deficit financing.
This is the problem.
It's very simple.
No,
All economists agree on this.
To add also that this is, for the first time in the history, it's inflation neutral. They are, by adding this demand, compensating for a demand which is lacking. So there is no inflation.
So, but
Yes.
don't you think that the people are adjusting to the new fact that the economy is bad and that they have to live with less resources than
the
they...
people are behaving the same way. They are pessimistic. But the government is creating new programs, new demand. And sometimes this deficit spending is bad because it's inflationary.
Where this money is to come from? You tell me one question.
Where the money is coming from...
Not the road structure or nothing. Where this money will come from? You tell me.
Would you just
Print it?
You asked
would they print the money?
Will they print the money?
Why not?
It's an option that the Treasury has to print money.
To print,
Yes,
okay.
print
There
money,
is-
yes, of course, yeah. This is the
other options.
but
There
the
are other
issue is it is done with a framework of looking at the money supply. You look at the M1, the M2s, and the process they are going through. So the money, the quantity of money is something that is managed. It's not just, he was talking about the other day, I saw them printing even in TV. Yes, they do it, and they will do it, but it is managed, and therefore the issue of inflation.
But you mean to say that they have a bad economic management now?
No, they don't. They have
Let me demystify printing money for Dr. Khan.
Okay.
The German economy.
No, we don't talk about. Let's stick to the one point, please.
Okay.
There's no.
They printed money according to the figure of the population. At that time, 1951, there were 61 million. They gave every German 200 Deutschmark. And the German economy made a takeoff without having any gram of gold.
This is not a news. We know this.
But how many Deutschmark were you buying for the dollar at that time?
At that time, it was 1 to 4, and in the meantime, was 1 to 1 3.
We are going off the way.
Thank you.
In his thinking,
right.
he's still before Bretton Woods. Before Bretton Woods, the whole world, in particular the American economy was suffering under deflation because the government said, I do print money only if I have gold. And they have freed themselves from this gold in order...
1973, yes.
It was...
We are going away from the project.
We're talking about the strongest economy in the world anyway. So
we are going away. I did not get my answer. How do you get this 1 trillion?
Printing.
Printing, okay. All right. Printing.
And there are other options.
Just a minute. Where is the
there
backup?
are other options.
No. Where is the backup? You can print the money.
This is the wrong idea in yourself, Mercer.
Where is the backup?
Don't think monetary, his theory is before 1945 or 1973.
So you keep on printing.
The theory before, they were talking about the so-called the golden
standard.
No, gold
standard is finished. Dead and gone.
The golden
tie neck?
The golden
yoke,
exactly. The golden yoke. And this golden yoke has led to the greatest catastrophe of the economy. This was the wrong thinking. The wrong thinking was, if we have gold, we print money. And if we don't have gold, we don't print. So Lebanon followed. They have a lot of gold. The Lebanese money went from 1 to 4 to the dollar to 1,500.
This is not
because they were having gold.
We are not
it's
talking
not
about
gold.
that.
Printing money must be...
No, we are not talking about that. If you go like that, this you are going away from the question. My dear, I am not talking about the gold. I am just not talking about... I say that where is the backup?
There is no need for backup.
Okay. Now,
give me 1 minute.
No. He says
I think
backup.
there is no need
No
for
need for
backup.
backup.
The only backup is the great national product.
But I would really like at least the viewers to know what other additional options there are beside printing money.
I will tell you, this is a total 1 trillion. I know, I'm 1, M2, M4. These are 1 trillion money which has been on circulation, which I am telling to the people.
Thank you.
So how this thing, M1, M2 doesn't come, whatever money I have got in my pocket, what I will think, my mind is that if this money is useful to me, tomorrow I ask you this question, if this man is, will you keep your money in dollar, in pounds, in golds, or in dirham, or in whatever currency, or in coupons? You tell me. Tomorrow if this, somehow it happens, will you keep your money?
Well, we're talking about the issue of faith.
It's not faith.
We're talking about if a miracle happens. And I'm saying...
If it is a miracle happens, okay. If miracle happens.
Dr. Khan, please when you talk, we will listen to you.
Okay.
Would you at least let
do
me
the same, yes. Could you please?
Problem is the long listening.
You have to listen to 3 people, Dr. Khan.
Okay.
If you take it on the level of microeconomics, we have to think of the economic subject.
Once again, he's deprived from his rights.
This is a guy who you offer him, he is a family head or maybe in a family. You tell him, well, we have a very good chance to make money. He will tell you, I am indebted, so he cannot purchase anything. You will find in the American economy nowadays a maximum of 10% who have a surplus, where after purchasing everything in their life with the greenback, will say, oh, we will invest this 10%. Could you tell us where to invest? And then Dr. Khan will come and say, I know a chance where you can make 20% in 1 month. Buy today 5 for $1 and sell it after 1 month.
If there is a demand,
so it depreciates.
If there is a demand, no. If there is a demand,
if there is a demand,
if there is a demand, my dear, if there is no demand,
if there is no demand, you cannot do anything, sir.
But demand is.
But
you are using
Khan,
your.
why don't you fix the figure? Why
not fix it, my dear? You don't understand. This is an incentive-based system.
Okay.
This is an incentive-based system. You get these bonds. You have got 3 options. You use it for your own people, for your electricity, every bill. You get 60%.
So you get discount immediately.
Immediately. Second thing is this.
Of toll,
government
80%. 80%, because you get for $1 5
my dear,
coupon.
The 5
so
coupon.
Instead of paying $1, you
my
pay 1 coupon.
No. This is the wrong conception. Actually, you have not understood it because you didn't read it. I am saying the bill is $100. You pay 200 coupon. Where is 80? It's 60 only.
How 200 coupon? Why 200?
Why? Because
you said $1 buys 5. It means 5 is 5 times.
No, my dear, this is the wrong conception which you have not understood.
No, the value of the dollar.
Okay, let's presume instead of paying $100, you pay $50.
No, not 50.
Electricity.
No, not 50. My dear,
what's the saving by buying coupon?
The saving. Okay.
What's the saving?
Now he's making an incentive scheme by the government.
Sorry. For me as an individual who must be convinced to purchase his coupon.
Yes.
Okay. You tell me this
give
coupon
me
is
a chance.
accepted
Okay. You give me a chance to listen to
by the electricity.
You give me a chance to listen to the example.
What's
example.
my invoice is $1,000.
No. I am giving you example.
Okay. One example.
$100 bill.
Okay.
You pay 200. It's a simple
200 what?
200 coupons or $200.
Okay, 200 coupon is $60.
Yes, not 60, my dear, $40.
No, because you have said 1 to 5.
Oh, my dear.
$40. Okay, $40.
Yes.
How in the world want to give discounts on electricity? Everybody is fighting to increase the price. You give him immediately 60%.
Yes. Okay.
So they close down.
I will complete. Okay, listen to me.
They will not close down.
Why did you? No.
Because you see, electricity in Kuwait, for example, costs.
Forget about it.
Whatever it is.
Anyway,
so
let me explain.
Give me a chance. Now in this country, 11
again, he's not. Give me a chance.
If you
give me a chance.
The money,
give me a chance. Give me a chance.
They cannot finance their.
Give me a chance.
You
have purchased electricity for 1 year.
With discount 60%.
Yes, and what has happened now?
They close down.
I
can tell you 100%.
My dear, listen to me now. I will give you example. Will you use electricity of whole year in 1 day? You will not. The government gets upfront money. This is the main thing in it. You will
so
use
the incentive is cash.
Cash. This is what you don't understand. The government gets upfront money.
We have to ensure that this unit in the economy is getting to survive your plan for at least 30 days.
Who says that?
I am telling you.
No.
If electricity now, they accept to get a revenue 60% less than before, it means they are making minus in terms of dollar because you are starting.
Let me just.
You have not understood.
I don't think we should be stuck on this point, and we should actually a little.
Actually, the point is here.
Have a broader.
No. Point is here.
Broader.
Unless, my dear, unless they understand that basic points, I am saying this. If I am if I am investing it in these coupons, what is for me? I have bought electricity for whole year. I have bought petrol for whole year. I have bought everything, telephone for whole year.
With a discount.
With the discount.
60%.
So this is 60% discount.
And all your subjects in the economy are making 60% less paying to their utilities.
Yes.
Gentlemen, listen. We have 2 minutes remaining in the program.
You waste your time, my dear. Look, I will explain it too. Now, you are purchasing everything. This is one thing. at a 60% discount, you said, I am reducing my budget to 60%. 60% down than what I was doing it. I will go for it. I will beg, borrow, or steal, whatever it is. I will get this money and take this option. This is called option in economic terms. That you take the option and you use all those facilities at this point, and you have given the government much less money than you are giving it now. Why? The government has collected your money, that means you have given the money for 1 year, which you will use it slowly and slowly, which nobody can use petrol or electricity or anything in one day. This is all money has gone to the government without taxes. This is what 60% is the taxes. The 40%, which is the sale, it is the cost price to the government. The government has received cost price and has got extra money from you, which he's invested it. By investing it in this, he increases, by investing it into the market.
I think you are mixing up
No, it's not mixing it.
utilities with the government. Sorry about that. We have a sector, it's called utilities. They have their costs. They have to get enough revenue.
Now, these are details in the process. I would give Dr. Ali 1 minute to conclude something on this discussion.
My point is this, yes.
I beg
Give him the last word, please.
Yeah, okay, so I'll give him the last word, no problem.
Last word.
I think we have gotten to certain details which are good because they illustrate the point.
They'll open the way for
Yes,
us.
I think what is important here is let us get back to the concepts, fundamental interrelated concepts that we are talking about, and the claims Dr. Khan is making.
But he's worried about implementation.
But this is the whole point. I mean, in terms of, it's one thing to talk about these abstract ideas, but if these abstract ideas cannot be implemented, then the problem is going to be, what good is this,
Yeah, you're right.
elusive concept?
Yes.
What are the key results?
okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
What are the key results, Dr.
Okay,
Khan?
implementation process is what? Is it difficult to sell the bonds? Government has got all the machineries. And can this machinery, if you ask them to sell my bonds, is it difficult? Through banks? It's already sold, being sold. It will be sold like anything else. So selling a bond through these 25 million people in states is difficult. It's not difficult. They will go to the...
This is a new product.
Yes.
It's a novel idea. It's something that people are not experienced with. There is an enormous assumptions you are making, and it will be the market that will determine.
Yes.
But it will at least take a long time until these are all refined, and the whole thing then hangs together.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Ali. Thank you, Dr. Khan. Thank you, Dr. Qadri.
Show my book to the people.
Your book is here, and in the book that Dr. Khan wrote, prove him wrong and win $1 million.
That's why we are here.
Well, that's
The economic revolution
so
of the
far,
century.
unfortunately.
$1 million from Dr. Khan's own pocket. Thanks to you all. Thank you.